All right, a little bit on two new scales here. One is the Mixolydian Scale. All this is a major scale with a flat 7. It's the only difference. You just lower the flat 7 a half step, and you have the Mixolydian Scale. This is great to play over dominant chords, and it's also really good to play over major chords, but you have to use your ear and make sure that works. So a dominant chord, dominant 7th chord is 1, 3, 5, flat 7. And if you look, this scale totally lines up with sounding nice over those numbers. The next scale is a Dorian scale. So this would be 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, 1. So you can think of this as major with flat 3 and flat 7, or it's minor without a flat 6, which I think that's confusing. So your Dorian scale is almost like a minor scale, just does not have that flat 6, so it sounds a little bit different. So Mixolydian, it has that flat 7, major with a flat 7, great for dominant chords. Dorian is a major with a flat 3 and a flat 7, and it's really good for minor 7 chords. So 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7, there's your minor 7 chord, minor 7th. See how this lines up nicely with that. Those are very similar chords. I'll do that same thing over here. That was a nice visual representation. There we go. All right. From left to right, major kind of being blue, it's all natural, no alterations. Mixolydian just has that flat 7, so it's still major, but it's veering towards minor. Now Dorian has a flat 3 and a flat 7, so it's getting much closer to being minor. And then minor is flat 3, flat 6, flat 7. So if we're kind of going from left to right, red representing minor, blue representing major. Mixolydian is, mostly major. Dorian is mostly minor, but minor is all the way. So this is a few more notes on scales and chords and things. Make sure major scale and your major pentatonic. The major pen has no half step. We've gotten rid of the 4 and the 7. Major pentatonic. It's just kind of reminders. Minor pentatonic, we've gotten rid of 2 and the flat 6, so it becomes this. So minor pentatonic is quite similar, much like Dorian. So technically the minor pentatonic could be like a Dorian pentatonic, if you wanted to call it that. It's the same quality, which is the flat 3, flat 7. Here's your full scales: major Ionian. 1 alteration, it becomes Mixolydian. 2 alterations, it becomes Dorian. So you got the flat 3 and the flat 7. 3 alterations, it becomes your natural minor. I'd like to associate this with some chords so you can see how that works out. So we'll go a little lower here. When you want to add chords in, major, and we'll do this with a different color, just green. So this would be for major chords. You could also use it on, we'll just leave it at major chords. Mixolydian, this is great for dominant chords, dominant. And the secondary would be major, but you'd have to be careful, make sure it sounds right. You have to use your ears on that one. Sometimes dominant over major sounds great, sometimes dominant over major sounds terrible. Dorian can be used for minor 7 chords. Well, let's get back to that color. Let's use orange. Minor 7 chords, or just minor triads. And then natural minor is also could be used over minor 7 chords and just minor triads. You have to just use your ear to see what sounds best. The difference between these two, between Dorian and natural, is this right here, this flat 6. So I'm playing in C right now. natural minor, but Dorian is, you got to listen, that 6 that changes, and do your best to judge which one should go with which. Give yourself a quiz real quick. Just stop, pause, and can you say the correct scale degrees for major, major pent, minor, minor pent, natural minor, Mixolydian? Take a second, pause the video, come back, here are the answers to the previous quiz. Major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Major pent, just get rid of the 4 and the 7, so it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Minor scale, 1, 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7. Minor pent, 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. That's your natural minor. I don't know why I put that there like that. That seems weird to me to do. And then Mixolydian is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7. Basically, these are major and these are minor. It's because the third minor over here, major over here. Now look at these and think about what scales you can use to work with each of these chords. There's multiple answers, so please go ahead and pause the recording and come back when you're ready. Okay, you're back. C minor 7, we'll put these in some different colors here. So C minor 7, you could use C minor pent. You could use C Dorian. You could also just use the C minor scale. F7, we'll do that in green. You could use F major pent, a tonic. You could use F Mixolydian. I mean, you could use other scales, but we're just trying to go with what will be the easiest, the simplest. G, you could use G major scale. You could use G major pentatonic. You might be able to use G Mixolydian. It just depends what it sounds like. You have to listen to it and see what you're playing to see if that works out. And we've got our minor 7, B flat minor 7. You can do B flat minor, let me see, I don't know what I put there, minor pent. You do B flat minor scale. You could use B flat Dorian. These will all work there. All right, goodbye.